Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated and by Landmark Self-Storage in Leominster. www.landmarkselfstorage.com.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Inside Leominster. We're live today from the front stairs at City Hall. City Hall built 1915, and yeah, we're live because it's light the town purple, and I forget what it's like to be around people, Kyle. It's been a long time since we've done anything where there's actual people. Now, typically this would be a much bigger event, but we're limited, but we still wanted to do something. I know Sandy wanted to make sure we did something. So this is, I wear my, I don't know what color shirt this is, but it looked like it was purple to me. I'm not sure. But thank you to N.P. Crowley and Associates for sponsoring our show, Landmark Storage as well. And if you would like to sponsor our show, then you just call Mr. Carl Pemberini at LTV and he'll hook you up. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Steve Wendell here.
You always come, Steve, to these events.
Right.
And Steve is the owner, manager, and operator of, is it still WGAW?
WGAW, 1340 on the dial.
What's amazing is, I can hear it here sometimes.
Yes, right.
You know, sometimes I can't, but...
Yeah, it depends on the weather.
I like to listen. I like to listen in the morning, and then you've got, you know, syndicated shows like everybody else, but I like to listen to the commercials because it's
local.
Mostly hometown,
That's
local,
right.
You know?
Exactly. But I like to get you on to be interviewed, you know, on a regular basis. I always love to get you on.
Just call me out. I answer my phone.
All right, good. We'll do that. We'll schedule it.
I mean, what made you, I mean, let's face it, at one time, radio stations were, you know, I mean, it was the life and blood. That's how you found everything out. And then things changed, but you kind of got into it when things were changing.
Right. I had always been involved in radio since high school.
Really?
I was a local high school reporter for my local high school, and I did a program on the air. How I got that job was that, you know, they would have Name It and Claim It, where you would have to call up to name the song. Mm-hmm. So we used to have the dials, and I dialed every number except the last.
And then wait.
And wait, and then
Then hit it.
And I was the first one on. I kept on winning. So the manager said, hey, you want to do a high school report? And I said, you bet. And that's how I started out.
Now, you got a distinctive voice. As Ray C. would say, you got good tubes, he'd say.
Thank you.
So where are you originally from?
Originally from the Bronx of New York City. Okay. Grew up outside of New York City near the Tappan Zee Bridge. And New City and Nanuet.
New Bridge, New City.
Right, exactly. And worked in local radio there. And I always, since I was a little kid.
Really?
Working, my first radio job was at 14. I got paid, actually, $1.25 an hour.
Hey. $1.25, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, and then after I kind of semi-retired, I had family in the area of the Gardner area, so a station was available, so why not do it in Gardner?
And it's how many years has it been?
About 10 years now.
And you've really done a good job of keeping it local and
that's the key for me.
And news, and
right.
I was listening, I'm like, there's a lot of news on this station.
Yeah,
here.
So we do a lot more news than a lot of the newspapers now.
And it's sort of like evolved back to like almost like you're the mini Chamber of Commerce.
Right. You know, I'm a big supporter of the local community, local businesses, and also volunteer on the Greater Gardner Relay for Life. I'm on the executive committee there, helping out with marketing and stuff.
That's awesome.
Like that.
And they've got a great group, and they always raise a ton of money, and It's a good group to help.
And even though the coronavirus is on and it's impacted negatively on the amount of money raised, you know, you still need to raise money.
You sure do.
Because a lot of things continue. A lot of people still have cancer.
Stop getting sick. Yeah?
Right, exactly. So.
Well, it's good to see you.
Well, thank you for letting me on. We're going to get somebody else.
I very seldom listen to or watch TV. I don't have time, but I just don't. And if I do, it's something here. But I listen to lots of. So right around when I head home at night around 10:30, I'll usually hit the AM dial.
Yes.
And hit scan.
Yeah.
Just to see what I can hear.
Right. Good.
And it's always fun, you know.
But we're going to get you on Hotline Radio every Saturday from 12 to 2.
Ooh, Hotline. What's that? I never heard that show. What's that about?
Interviews with local politicians, not-for-profit groups, businesses, that type of thing. And usually 15-minute segments, I talk about whatever they want to talk about. So we could talk about Leominster.
We can talk about anything, sure.
Absolutely.
But it's a beautiful day. I mean,
fantastic.
You know what's amazing, Steve, is just a couple months ago, there was no traffic.
Right.
I'm coming off the connector, and I can't believe how much traffic. There's a line trying to get through town.
Yes.
And I was thinking, pre-COVID, I was trying to think, was there as much traffic?
Right.
Or just everybody out? And it looks like everybody's out. Or people get back to work, back to school.
And especially now, the CDC today made a decision you don't have to wear masks outside or inside now, only traveling on the buses and planes.
Yeah, I think they realized people had it. It's
absolutely.
Listen, you told me 2 weeks, then 2 months. We're going on 2 years. It's time to, they realized people were just. But I have to say, I was in a couple towns, and I was walking on the sidewalk, and even downtown, and people weren't wearing it, but when they saw you coming and you were close and you couldn't get up, just what? You just popped it back on.
I had that.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, Mayor, and let's get somebody from the Greater Gardner Relay for Life. Sandy Long.
Sandy, you just got announced. Steve just announced you.
If that'll be okay. Sandy Long, who has been fabulous.
He even gave you a drum roll. How's that? You're watching Inside Leominster. My name is Dean Mazzarola, Mayor for the city. Ronnie Gerard's down there. I don't know how many miles you do today, Ron? 5 miles?
Whoa.
Nice. Good for you. Sandy.
Take that off.
Take what off?
The mask. Oh, my God.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to start disrobing in public here.
That's later, dear.
Look at the traffic here. This
is marvelous. I don't remember seeing.
It's a lot of traffic. It's a lot of traffic here. Let me turn see, I'm on remote, but I'm on live here. But what happens is it's repeating a couple seconds later. I'm hearing myself once is enough.
Oh, my goodness.
What a beautiful day. Look at the flowers.
This is gorgeous. Leominster comes up with the most beautiful flowers every single year.
Wait till you see this year. And look at the tree. What's amazing, see that tree across there? That was that evergreen tree that we used to plant, that we used to decorate every holiday.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be when we did the library over, it just so happened to be in the way.
Oh.
To run there was no other place. They had to run underground electricity, had to run everything ground. There's only one place to put it, so the tree had to come down. And I looked at that tree, and it was 8 feet at the time. Look at it across the street now.
Oh, wow.
It was like 25 feet. Time waits for no one, Carl.
Yep. Exactly.
Time waits for no one.
So how have you been? I haven't seen you in a long time.
I have not a complaint in the universe. I'm a happy man.
That
Busy,
is wonderful.
which I like.
Yes.
And the first wave was understanding COVID, just trying to get your arms around it. What does this mean? And then we got to shut everything down for 2 weeks. And if we shut everything down like they did in China for 2 weeks, we can get on with this. Well, that was 16 months ago. And then it was trying to get people tested, so they weren't sure what it would all meant. They didn't feel good, so it's like, I better get tested. Lines, remember lines?
Oh, my goodness.
Tested. Then they will only test you under certain circumstances. Then we got by that, and now it's it was the how do I get a shot? Everyone was anxious to get a shot, and now it's how do we get the rest of the people? How do we convince the rest of the people to get the shot? And then in the meantime, we got a city to run, right?
Exactly.
But that's okay.
Exactly. I just have to compliment you and your staff on what you did in Leominster for getting the vaccines.
Greatest team you know, it takes a while, you know, to create that winning team. But I'll tell you, this is the winning team. These are the best of the best, and never complain, not once through the whole process. And we stayed open. We were closed for a short time, and we still came to work. And you know, we alternated for a little while, but most everybody still came to work. We just spread ourselves out. But all the different departments in the city, remember, at the very beginning, police, fire, you know, a lot of our departments had to respond to 911 calls. They didn't know what any of this meant, right? We didn't know. We didn't know how to explain to them. You know, CDC had some guidance, but they didn't know. We were fortunate. We did have PPEs, but, you know, there was a lot of unknowns. And so we're sending employees out to people's houses who were sick, who had COVID, and we didn't really understand what it was and what it meant, and but nobody complained. I can't say
they're awesome.
One time.
They're awesome.
So how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Even you convinced me to get a vaccine, so I have my 2 shots. I'm not a needle person, so it took a lot.
Well, you know, I'm surprised they didn't come up with like a patch or something.
Yeah, that would have been
There's
nice.
a lot of people that aren't getting it because they don't like needles.
Yeah.
But that's why I say come up with a shot, you know, the patch or something. And
before long they will. We're a very smart country. Yes, resourceful country.
Well, anyway.
Now that you know I'm a good reporter.
Yes, you did a fine job. But paint the town purple. We had to continue on as the world wakens and gets back to normal. The issue of cancer and it doesn't go away.
It sure doesn't. And every day we hear of another person who's from our family or from someone that we love who has been diagnosed with it. And now we're hearing a lot of people that haven't been able to get their treatment because of the pandemic.
Right.
So,
or they delayed it because, you know, they couldn't have a loved one go to the hospital, or you know, just everything. They're like, you know what? Let me hold off, or maybe it's nothing. You know, the old men are famous for that. It's nothing. It'll go away, right?
Exactly.
And the next thing you know, you're in trouble, right?
Exactly.
Your health, and now you're trying to play makeup, but the issue of cancer and cancer-related issues don't go away.
They definitely do not go away, and we've made so much inroads into this since my mother passed away in '97, and it all takes money, you know, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, say it the way it is, right?
And
it takes money.
Even the smallest amount of money that you can donate will help in a way. You know, there's so many programs out there that I know I didn't know about when my mother was sick, and that a lot of other people still don't know about, such as Road to Recovery, where they volunteer drivers pick people up and take them to their appointments, no matter where it is, if it's in Boston, Worcester, or even Fitchburg, and Reach to Recovery. People who have like breast cancer or something, there's volunteers that talk to them. And one thing that I just found out about, well, I knew about the program, but I found out exactly what it was, is the 1-800 number. And that's 1-800-ACS 2345, and that number you can call any time of the day or night.
American Cancer Society.
American Cancer Society, yep. And you can call it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and you'll get a caring person who knows what they're talking about, from advocacy for you, for patient care, for if you know, there's many nights that I know I woke up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. How am I going to get my mother to the next treatment?
Right.
How much is this going to cost? You know, I mean, because it's a part of the whole process. And yeah, while you're in these treatments and things like that, you don't have an income coming in.
Right.
So they help you with.
And instead of having to go through the whole internet and start to figure out, you know, on a journey of trying to figure out your maze through, because one good thing is there are a lot of resources. The hard part is you want them to be somewhere where you can get them all, and being able to call that phone number and say, here's my specific issue, can you help me with it, is a great resource.
And I know I saw an interview with 2 of the young ladies that are in that program that are volunteers, and they had so much compassion, you could tell. And that's something that you really need.
Yeah. You're watching Inside Leominster, and we're talking about paint the town purple. Usually we'd have our fire truck here. The dome here at City Hall will be lit up in, of course, it doesn't get dark until like 8:45 anymore, but tonight, if you drive by, you'll see it's lit up purple.
It's beautiful.
And so we're not forgetting the day and the moment and the cause, and that's why we're here today. And yeah, so are you having the event this year, or were you not able to put the event together in June?
We can't have the real 500,000 people there and all that. But what we're going to do this year is a drive-through event. And on Friday night from 5 to 7, we're going to have the survivors and caregivers honored, where they drive through a certain area. They can pick up something from the survivors' table, and a couple of different things, and we get to see our survivors and our caregivers, our heroes. And then from 7 to 9, we have the Luminaria Ceremony, where there's luminaria bags lined up around where the vendors used to be, and you can drive through there and see the.
Nice.
And that's up at the college, Mount Wachusett Community College, and it's on June 11th and 12th. So mark your calendars, please.
So you're not totally eliminating everything, but you can't. So you just adapted it all, right? You just rebooted and then.
We did. Relay Reimagined. One of our event leadership came up with Relay Reimagined.
Yeah, people have come up with some creative things. I'd like to think that we've learned a lot in COVID, and that maybe as we saw all the resources from around the world team up to come up with a vaccine or whatever, maybe this is the conduit, what we learned in technology and communication. Maybe that is the conduit to brings the whole world
exactly.
for a solution.
I'm hoping we can bring some of the COVID ideas back into the new norm, and combine them.
And coming up with a cure. Right.
Well, that would be wonderful.
And every year they make so many advancements, and that is exactly why it's important to keep this up, because the money that's raised through these, now think about all over the country, all of the different, events that they have and how important they really are.
Relay is the #1 fundraising event for the Cancer Society. Amazing. And there's, and Marcia, correct me, 5,000 relays, I believe it is.
Wow.
And
that's wild.
Yeah, it's and people say, well, you've raised all of this money, why can't you find a cure? Well, the good news is we are finding some cures and
you're
things.
Making advancements. You haven't found an absolute, like, take this vitamin or pill and you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
There hasn't been that. But at the same time, we're a heck of a lot further than we ever were, and there's always new advancements and techniques and treatments coming up.
Yeah. People are living longer, which is marvelous. The thing of it is, we need the extra money to help with the patient cares and programs for the people, for our survivors. We want them to be here, and that's why it's important for us to do something this year, so that we can see our survivors, see who's gotten through this horrible 16 months, and
we put our first cancer bell out there, and believe it or not, this is a testament to what you're saying, right? So when we put our first cancer bell up, it's been used so many times that we wore it out.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that shows you how many survivors there are, right? Well, we had to buy a new one, and nobody's rung it yet. So if somebody wants to be the first person, the first cancer survivor to come up and ring the bell.
Come on, Rosa.
Just don't tear it off the building.
Whoa.
She's so anxious.
Rosa's one of our team captains from Workers' Credit.
Hold on for the photo op over here. She's so anxious, huh? You do it whatever you want. All right, hey, that's it. Nice job.
Thanks, Rosa.
Anybody else, feel free to come up and ring it. Don't be shy.
Come on, Marsha.
That shows you, Marsha, that shows you how many people have been cured or are in remission, right? That's pretty substantial. 23 years. How could that be? You must have gotten it when you were 5. Like Jackie.
20 for me.
20 for you? Oh, I remember that too, Jackie. I remember that. See that?
Jackie Ramondelli.
Now keep it on the building. Look how gentle. Come on.
Until she is.
Yeah, I know better than that.
When gentle.
When did that happen?
That's a new one.
So that's a good thing, right? That so many people have come up to ring, and neighbors have said, people ring that bell like 2 in the morning. Yeah, it's a good sound though, you know. Like people pull up, I don't know, out of town. Somebody says, hey, let's go by City Hall. They have this bell you can ring. You know, people visiting and stuff. They come flying up the stairs, middle of winter. We hear it all the time. We used to hear it going off all the time. So that's a testament to everyone's house. That's the I guess barometer to say it's working, right? There's so many more people who are.
It is, and I know that it's very difficult. People are wondering if they're going to have a job. People are, you know, just money is so tight and people are so afraid. But even if you donate $5, even if you donate the jar of coins that you've been saving for.
There's 5,000 groups across the country, right?
Yes.
So if every one of them raises $5,000, right? I mean, that's substantial. And they raise much more than that. You raise hundreds of thousands.
Well, right now, the Greater Gardner area is at, I got to look at my cheat sheet here, $24,352.36.
That's amazing.
You know, from just these small communities, that's how much we've raised, and we have till the end of August to raise money. We wanted to get to 115, which, with God's help and all of the people, the wonderful people out there, we will do. And then 2022 is, Marsha's already said it's going to be the best year ever.
2022. You already, Marsha, you're already planning out my next year. She just said 2022. You're already planning the next year.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're gonna make it the best year ever because
maybe that's a guarantee I'll still be around.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
You're not going
I have
anywhere.
to be here for the next one. Here's my buddy right there. He's got it made. That man understands life.
I like the car.
That's only one of his cars. That's only B. Anyway, you're watching Inside Leominster. My name is Dean Mazzarella, and we're talking about the Greater Gardner Relay for Life, and they've raised $25,000, and you can help them raise more. They'd like to raise $115, but boy, I didn't realize how hot it was. All right. Venting out here, and so they like to raise $115, and even if you only have a few dollars, send it in. Now, how should they just go to the website? But some people don't use it. Some people might want to mail it in. Where do they do that?
Okay, there's a. I just went blank, Marsha. I just went blank. It's a place in Worcester. No, the address.
Oh, the address?
To mail it. Somebody wants to mail it.
3 Speen Street in Framingham.
Oh, I always wondered what that street was there.
Yeah, Speen.
Speen Street.
I keep saying spleens, and I know that's not right.
Inside Gardner Relay on it.
Yeah. And
Google
make sure
that, Jackie. Find out what Speen Street's all about. What's the historic significance of Speen Street?
Speen Street. They used to have the muscular dystrophy place there because I used to go there. But everything is on the relayforlife.org/greater GTR Gardner MA. All of the information that you need is on there. Or you can send if you need help with anything, you can send it to my email, sandyredsox18@yahoo.com. And I'll make sure that the check gets to where it needs to go, or the donation gets where it needs to go. And don't be afraid. I don't care if you just have $1. I don't care if you have $5 in a penny jar, which, by the way, we're having a coin drive. So if you have a bunch of coins,
there you go.
You can send it to us, and the winner wins a $25 gift card to Priscilla's Candy Shop.
Priscilla's, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it sure is.
That's real good. Right, Steve? Priscilla's, they advertise on the radio station? No? That's it. I'm going to stop eating Priscilla's. Tell them I'm going to boycott it. No, I won't pick it up. No, kidding. Steve, that's good stuff. I met that guy once. Good guy. That's tough business. Tough to be in business today.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Especially if you make the good stuff, because there are a lot of people that make things that look like the good stuff. But then when you eat, it's like wax, right? When you eat this is good. Nice and creamy, the chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hungry. Did you bring any chocolate with you today, Jackie? Nothing? You didn't bring any gifts?
I'm very lucky I got her, because she's been running up and down.
You have a very good crew.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of good.
Jackie's mother and father were friends with my mother and father, and I just found that out through Relay.
Really? They knew each other and stuff? Oh, the father's 90. He's still around. It's amazing, huh?
I tell you how old I am.
I'm not. I never said anything. I just said he's 90. But you know what? Today, people want like recognition when they hit 90. You can't get recognition anymore. You got to be 100. Or you know what I mean? It's like getting in a card game. You got to either you belly up or not, right? You can't. You could play at the nickel table, but you got to be 100 today.
Yeah.
We go to so many birthdays and celebrations for people that are 100 today. So I'll give you credit if you're 95. But you said he's still driving and everything, right? Yeah, my mother is 90. She's still driving a Mustang, a 65 Mustang. I mean,
Oh, my Lord.
she peels out and everything. She burns rubber. You should see her. She puts bleach under the tires and takes off. Well,
That's
all right. What
funny.
else are we going to do? I see you with bags down there, and I know you didn't bring me
Yes.
cannolis, so now we'll get. So let's come on up and we'll explain that, Jackie. Jackie Ramondelli. She's going to explain. Look at you all decked out there with your.
Well, I couldn't find. I wanted your shirt. Want to change shirt?
No, we're not going to do that here.
All right, so.
I'll give you one of the sleeves. All right, so tell us, this is typically what you do on the night of, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We light luminary bags in memory or in honor of people that have had cancer, and there's thousands of them. So over the
They
years,
light them all up, and it's quite a thing, right?
Yeah,
right
it
when the
is.
sun goes
It's
down.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's moving.
You remember the guy on this bag,
I sure do. My buddy Sam Ramondelli.
Sam Ramondelli? Be
He
gone
used to
3
call me.
years.
I still got all his voicemails. I still have all his voicemail. He'd go, Cucina, Mary Fitchburg's beating you out. He'd say.
Dean had to believe he's been gone 3 years.
3
now.
years. I know. I saw your post the other day.
Yeah, fought a long
What
time.
a fighter, though, huh?
And I got to thank you because you came up many times to walk at the Relay for Life.
All the time. I don't miss
For
one
him,
yet.
my college
Last year I got
Dean
kicked out.
coming up. Yep, I'm coming up.
So this is moving. The other thing is the Survivors Walk. That is the first time I saw that. I was like
Yeah.
goosebumps on top of goosebumps. So, like
Right.
all the survivors walk. You can hear a pin drop.
You see the purple shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what it means to them and how you look and you say, all these other crazy things that are going on, none of it means anything, right? They understand the true meaning of life,
Yeah,
right? What a valuable lesson.
yeah.
So,
Precious every day.
yeah, you every
The
minute.
names I see.
Too many cancer, victims.
Sure.
We want more survivors. So
We want to keep replacing the bell.
everybody,
Right.
keep replacing the belt.
That's a good thing.
I'm gonna give you that back.
Well, thank you. That's so you can still buy one, right?
Yes,
You
they're
can still-
$5.
$5. There you go. There's your $5.
Maybe we can
Put somebody's name on it.
leave
You'll light
some
them
at
up.
City Hall.
Yes, and then people will put their name on it, and then in memory of.
Exactly, memory of or in honor of. If
Come on up.
Yeah.
Talk about your bag.
Yeah, come on up, ladies. Me? What's this me thing? We're having a me party. Come on up.
Come on up. Bring those bags right up here.
yes, please. A lot of you know Marsha Sharkey. She's been with the Relay for almost since its
Look at
beginning.
last year. It didn't take much to get you up here. It was a little priding.
You with a microphone.
Usually people are like, nah, not sure. Like, oh, come up. Okay. That's good.
I wasn't gonna
It's
show
called
me with a
cooperative.
microphone.
All right,
I
so
love
in memory of.
All right, so in memory of my sister, Linda Peltola, my dad, Walter Sanavita, and who's a firefighter in Fitchburg, and Kelly Lane, who passed away last March. You know
Yeah,
Kelly from
yes.
Leominster. So she was my right-handed relay, and I miss her terribly. So, yes, in memory, and then in honor of my niece, Heidi Richard, who was just diagnosed during COVID, young girl, and she went through a stem cell transplant, and with all research and everything, she is cancer-free.
Really?
So it's like,
Wow.
this is why we relay, so that we can
And
get
how
the
old is
funds. She's 45.
Wow.
Yep, so she had lymphoma. And then Michelle Gasparo, you know Tony Gasparo's wife?
Yes,
Michelle.
boy, she's a fighter, huh?
She's a fighter, so she's still dealing with it, but her results were great as far as it's showing success. And then 2 other friends of mine in relay, Susan Clausen and Melissa Newman. So those are people I'm really thinking dear in my heart because they're fighting it right now.
See that? You can do this for $5 per bag, or as much as you want. It doesn't have to be. Give you $5 per name or whatever you can afford, but they're not going to turn you away. Right?
This is Rosa.
Rosa,
Hi.
I think I know who you're going to list as one of your in memories of.
Well,
somebody I used to, go ahead, somebody I used to work with.
Somebody you used to work with.
Hector Melendez.
Yes.
I used to work with him. Car Ford, midnight to 8.
It's my cousin's husband. So relay for him and my cousin Manji, whose anniversary of her death was actually just yesterday.
Wow.
So making this bag was a little tearful.
I bet.
And for myself as a survivor.
The first to ring the new bell.
First to ring the new bell, yes.
2021, coming out of COVID. This is a historic moment. You'll be able to sign autographs and write books now.
And she's going to join our crew next week.
Wow.
Yes.
Year
You
for
see the way she flew up those stairs? I'd say you better make sure you tap that energy, because she was doing two steps at a time. I was like, hire that lady.
Yes. So, yes, I've been doing this relay now. I think this is my 4th or 5th year doing the relay.
Well, good. Thank you.
Once we get them in our little grasp, they're there forever.
Yeah, you start off with, just give me an hour or so.
Yes.
Next thing you know, they're full-time employees. Well, you don't qualify for a pension, sorry. You don't qualify for, I don't care how many years you do, you don't
When
qualify.
Steve and I talk on Saturdays, that's what we do. We say, well, you only have to volunteer for an hour or so, and the next thing you know, despite everything.
That's been our tactic, right, Melissa? Now, instead of doing these cleanups where you invite people in to do a citywide cleanup, and then they're here all day or half a day, people's lives have changed. So you say, about an hour and a half, and next thing you know, they're out there about 3 hours, 4 hours. I thought you could only do an hour, so they didn't want to overcommit, and they got other things, soccer, and kids are moving around, and field hoc, right? I mean, everybody's got other commitments, right?
Well, we all know that giving is the best thing. That it makes you feel good, makes the person that you give to feel good. So this is really, really a way to feel good about yourself, good about your community. And
all right, who's next? What are you doing hiding back there?
I thought you had forgotten.
I wasn't.
I was actually happy. No, I'm just kidding.
You weren't. Believe me, you weren't getting off the
I'm actually.
steps here.
So I'm Rosa's sister, and I relay in honor of her. So I call her my Wonder Woman warrior. So that's why I relay. And I've been doing it with her. I was her caregiver while she was going through.
You guys are related?
A little bit.
I can't even tell.
I mean, I try to avoid it, but people think we're actually twins and we're 6 years apart.
I'm not asking that question.
We don't look alike, do we? We don't. Come on. Sister, come over here. We don't look alike. Not at all.
Which one's the mother? Which one's all? I'm not touching that.
What did you say, Sandy?
so you're going to join also, huh?
I'm going to join what?
The committee also, huh?
Oh, the committee? I don't know about that. I'll let her do the hard work. I'll be on the side.
Just donate an hour. Just give us an hour.
I'll be on the side. But no, yes, I support anything that she does, and I help her out, and so I relay for her. She's my Wonder Woman warrior.
Amazing, huh? So seriously though, right? I mean, after having cancer, anybody that's had a illness like that, you really do understand life after that, huh? Doesn't it all come rolling down on you, like all this other stuff you get caught up, all distractions, and they're really
a whole different purpose in life and a different outlook in life.
How's it changed your life? I mean, what matters and what doesn't anymore?
Honestly, you realize that the little things don't matter, and you learn to appreciate
like getting
life.
aggravated because the lady at Dunkin' Donuts didn't get your coffee in 4 seconds.
Instead of getting aggravated, you kind of laugh about those things, or almost like just pray for those people.
A precious moment with a friend or your sister or a relative.
Yeah.
Right?
I have to say that while I was recovering, I think I lived more than ever before. Like I just did things that I always wanted to do. I learned to just, I always lived life to the fullest, but I really, really lived after surviving and going through treatment and everything.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I say. It's like your first day of understanding life to its full potential, right?
Yeah.
Is when they tell you, like, okay, none of this other stuff mattered. It didn't at all.
Yeah.
Shoes, clothes,
and you learn to just kind of go with the flow too, and anything that life throws your way. Like, I remember someone asking me how I was doing during the pandemic. I'm like, I'm a cancer survivor. We're accustomed to adjusting to life
tsunami,
changes.
Blizzard, right? A tornado, a hurricane.
Fine.
All mixed into one day.
Exactly.
That was my life. But look at what a day like today is. Look at the puffy clouds, the church steeples, everything around us, right? Flowers, Sandy, huh? She only makes a few appearances. Steve makes a few more appearances, but she only makes a few, right?
Yeah, Steve's trying to get other people to talk to him on Saturdays. He's getting tired of hearing.
Yeah, but if the chemistry's good, you want to let it, it sounds good. People will listen. Thank you, ladies.
I'm not working this week.
And thank you all. That's, what?
I'm not, I have to tell him I'm not working this week.
She said she wants to get paid. She says no more freebies for you. She wants to.
Poor Steve. I am so computer illiterate. I mean.
Nah, it's okay. Quit bragging. Quit bragging. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I can find Melissa's email and things like that, but that's about it.
There's nothing, it's just like anything else. I think once the telephone came about, people thought it was a wonderful thing. Then later on, they're like, do I really need, is there a way I don't have to answer? Then they came up with answer machines. So now you have no excuse that you didn't get the message. Before, you could just not answer the phone.
Exactly.
People used to have, remember, at one time, people used to have codes. So if one of my friends would call, let the phone ring 3 times, then I knew it was him. Otherwise, you have a few people with a few codes, right?
It would be bad though if you forget which code is which.
Yeah, you're just like, oh no, I just picked it up. I didn't really want to talk to you. But today you can't escape. They text you, message you, track you down.
That's why you have
caller ID.
Caller ID. If I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, but then they know you don't want to talk to me. Like she knows. I know she has that machine, and she knows it's me. I've had a few people that work for the city who I would see them, walk, and I'd call them, and they pick up the phone, they look, and they just put it right back. Yeah, I've had a few of those. I catch them in the window. I say, wonder if they'll answer the phone. So I call them, they pick it up, they see it's me, and they just put it back in their pocket. Hey, that's life, right?
Oh my
Hey, what color is that?
Oh, wow. Is that steel gray?
That's gray? See, I'm a mess when it comes to color. I thought it was purple. No?
No.
That's not purple? That looks like purple Mad Cow, whatever they call it, ice cream. It looks like that. It's not it?
Mad Cow ice cream.
Mad Cow. Is that what they call it?
He's your boss.
I don't know, something about that. It's yogurt or something.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, Sandy, thank you.
Anyway,
is there anything else we forgot?
I just want everybody to go to relayforlife.org/greater, GTR, Gardner, MA. Look at all of the things on there, all of the events that we're having. They have all of the different fundraisings that are going on right now. They have all of the information. They have a map on there that, because there's different ways to go in so we don't foul up the traffic in Gardner, heaven forbid. And we expect quite a few people this year. So everybody, if you've never been to a relay, come up and see some of the things that we do. And hopefully we're looking for new people to join the committee also, so maybe you find something you'd like to do.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. I really appreciate it.
It's always good to see you.
It's wonderful to see you.
And thank you, ladies, for coming on with us. How you doing? Is that car purple? I love it when motorcycles feel like they have to rev their engine when they come by. I'm not sure how to shut it. I'll just leave it. Is that okay? Let me get a little swig of water here. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. And we want to thank MP Crowley Construction and Landmark Storage for being the sponsors on our show. We appreciate it. Little swig of water. Salute. Oh, that's good. All right, let's get to some business. What time we got there, guys? 20 minutes of time here. Okay, where are we and why are we here? We are Inside Leominster, that's the name of our show. We're in the front stairs of City Hall and we're doing this show. Today, to highlight the Greater Gardner Relay for Life and their cause. And they are very vigilant. They are hard workers, and they raise the money to help others, and so that as someone else goes through treatment and remission, that they get the support and all of the things that they need to help them through the process, to make it a little easier if they can. All right, let's do some updates, because we always do. Yeah, it seems strange being out here. We haven't been out here in a long time, Carl, huh? So here we go. These are the cases. We'll have updated cases probably as soon as we get off here tonight, but as of right now, yesterday's totals, 76,000 people were tested yesterday, 626 tested positive. There were 113 new cases in Worcester County, but Leominster's cases are down to 56. There are, the average age of those hospitalized is 55 years old. Intensive care, there are 4,000 beds in Massachusetts. That's hospital beds. In those beds, there's 428 right now who have tested positive, and 114 across the state that are intensive care. So we want to see that death rate go down. Yesterday was at 0. Today it's at 13. Not sure what happened there. And we want to see that intensive care, especially those two numbers, go down. But the average age of those hospitalized dropped from 60 to 55 in the last week or so. So we want to make sure that you get that information. Beacon of Hope, having a fundraiser coming up next Wednesday. You can roll into summer with Bill Brady. He was here last week with Vicki Briggs, and they're going to be doing a grilling demo. Do you know anybody, Carl, that's like the outdoor grill kind of connoisseur? You know, they've got the $8,000 grill, and they know how to cook everything. They like know how to, like the time capsule, put all this food in this thing and then stick it in the grill and it comes out, you know? My nose is itchy. Is there a cure for that? The more you want to scratch it, the harder it gets not to. Anyway, for all you grilling gurus, backyard experts, Bill Brady will be sharing his tips. I'll be on the chat room, so if people want to chat with Bill to be able to, I'll be on the chat room. And that's coming up on May 19th, that's next Wednesday, at 6:30 p.m. There's a 50-50 silent auction. Tickets are $25, but you know what? It goes to another great organization, right? Beacon of Hope. And you can visit them and buy your tickets at Beacon of Hope Facebook page. So just go to Beacon of Hope, go to their Facebook, hit Beacon of Hope Leominster, and their Facebook will come up, and it'll be fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna learn a few things too, Carl. I might even challenge Tina to a backyard grill challenge. All right, this is going to be a nice weekend, and I'm only going to say this once. For every bag of leaves that you bag, rake the leaves and bag them, it's a pretty clear message. It's the likelihood of winning the lottery is 100 times better for every bag of leaves that you bag before May 28th. And the reason is, after May 28th, people start calling to see if we can extend it another week, and it's thousands of dollars to extend it another week. So please, if you can get those leaves raked up, and when you have nice weather, do it, because you could end up with days and weekends where it's raining and you don't want to go out and be raking leaves in the rain. You want to take a nap on the couch. You know that nap, that Sunday afternoon nap, watching one of those combat movies, Kyle, and you wake up and you're all sweaty on one side, little drools coming down, right? That's how you know you had the perfect nap. And when you wake up, you're not sure where you are. That's like the perfect nap. So don't waste the perfect nap when you could get out there and get those leaves picked up by the 28th. It's only a couple weeks left. The citywide yard sale. That's it. It's closed, right? You can't get it on the map? That's it. So, maps are available tomorrow. If anybody sees any old radios out there, call me. But the yard sale is going to be a beautiful day, is it? May 15th, no early birds. No showing up at people's houses at like 4 in the morning. Okay? That's a rule. Unless you bring breakfast. Unless you bring breakfast. So, May 15th, that's this weekend, we're going to have a citywide yard sale. You can get your map. How many do you have, Melissa? 70. One what? 170 what? That's how many people? I'll never get to all those. I'm going to have to use the time machine. Okay, if anybody sees old radios out there, even the old plastic radios, let me know, because I can't get to all 170 something. That's a lot of yard sales. Yikes. Nobody better. Years ago, I used to give away a mug. I better not see any of those out there. One day, a kid came into my office, and he was so happy. His father said, "Can he talk to you for a minute?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Mayor, I was at the Cape, and they had a yard sale, and he had this thing in a bag and behind his back, and he took it out, and he said, 'See what I bought? See what I bought?' And it was one of my mugs that I gave out. He goes, 'I bought this for 10 cents.'" And I thought, that's all it's worth. That's it. It's probably only worth a nickel now. Devalued itself. So please, if you see me at your yard sale and you have one of those. Which ones? I don't have one. I need one of those. So if anybody has anything that's radio, I'll buy. I'll collect. Anything that's radio. I have a couple new ones that look like old ones, but you should see them. They're really good. And sometimes you buy a really cheap radio and you can pick up everywhere. Last night I had Chicago, I listened to Baltimore. I listened everywhere last night. It was a good night for radio. Anyway, yard sales. The maps will be available tomorrow on Leominster Community Development. They were good about it. Guess what, Carl? June 23rd is Pink Flamingo Day. So get ready, because we're going to be giving out prizes. We're going to have all kinds of things pink. And that comes up June 23rd from 5 to 7. And we'll be right downtown. We'll be live, Carl. No? 5 to 7. June 23rd. We got a call? Nominate somebody for Citizen of the Year. The Starburst Committee is now accepting nominations for Citizen of the Year. Forms are available at Leominster City Hall, in the Mayor's office, the Public Library, Emergency Management, or you could go to their website, which is leominsterstarburst.com. I've never had so many people call me about Starburst. They're really excited. Is that call for me, Carl? I want Romano cheese, not Parmesan, if that calls for me. Okay, just in case. Is that on the keto diet, Romano cheese? No? Yeah, all right. That's it, I'm off the keto diet. We'll start another one on Monday. So, if there's somebody you want to nominate for Citizen of the Year, forms are available, and go to leominsterstarburst.com. Starburst this year is going to be August 7th with a rain date of August 8th. It's pretty exciting that we're actually going to have a Starburst this year. Fireworks, and it's going to be fun. Okay, so you want to know, as of last Monday, you can go to amusement parks, theme parks, outdoor water parks. They open at 50% capacity. Road races and all those outdoor organized amateur professional groups, they can stagger starts if you're doing a road race. So this group starts, 10 people here, the next 10, 10, 10, 10. Large capacity venues, such as indoor or outdoor stadiums, they can go to 25%. Youth and adult amateur sports tournaments will be allowed on a moderate and to high-risk sports. So baseball, basketball, football, hockey, and soccer. Singing. I'm going to karaoke tonight, Carl. You can sing now. No, you can sing, Carl. Okay, in case you want to show up downtown to sing. You can sing indoors or you can sing outdoors, but you've got to keep that whole social distancing thing going on there, all right? Straighten that out. Grocery stores, I don't know why they want to do this, but you know, they had that special hours for seniors. You don't have to do that. However, I think it was such a hit that that probably some stores will continue to do it. I think it's a good idea. It is so busy downtown tonight. It's amazing. Now tomorrow, everyone's going to ask me, Carl, why I'm so dark. What, did you just come back from Florida? I'm like, no. I don't know whether it's olive oil or not, but it's what happens to me when I'm in the sun. But yeah, they'll like, where you been? Did you just get back from the St. Martin? All right, you want to know how we're doing? 52% of the city is vaccinated. If you're 75 and older, 83% were vaccinated. Listen to this. People that are 65 to 74, 86%. And 50 to 64, guess what? 50 to 64, Kyle, guess what the percentage is? 50 to 64. Guess. I know you don't know. That's why I want you to guess. Guess. Well, pick a number. 10. 10%? 70%. That's it. You're going to stay after now. You're going to have counseling. 30 to 49 years old, 58% of the city's been vaccinated. Pretty good. Half the state has been vaccinated. The other half, well, that's why I said, come up with a patch for those people that don't want to get the vaccine. That might get a bunch of people. In New York City, they're giving out free tickets to the theater. All over the country, they're trying to, up it, right? They're trying to create incentives. So people might want to hold out. They might pay you $500 to get vaccinated. All right. This gets confusing, but second shots next week. If you've got a shot, April 28th, then go to the mall on May 26th. If you got a shot at the high school the other day, go to the high school on June 1st. If you got a shot on the 5th of May, go to the mall on June 2nd. And then we're going to be looking to have smaller ones. It's time to get out into the neighborhoods and make it a little more convenient. If you're homebound and you can't get out, 1-844-771-1628. No faking. No faking. Don't be in the tub when they get there and say, I can't get up there. You got to give me my shot. 1-844-771-1628. They'll come and give a shot to you. Projects, if you haven't seen all the projects going around the city, they are everywhere, and it's only going to get a little bit worse. And I say that because, but we've timed them this year so that projects don't run into each other. You know how that goes, Steve? Some years we did projects. We didn't plan it that way, but what happened is we planned this one. They started at 2 different times, but they arrived at the same time. So what ended up happening is, well, you know what happened. They ended up starting at the same time, and we detoured people from this detour to that detour, and then from that detour, and it just didn't work out. So that we're not doing. But anyway, skate park. Construction will begin in July. MassWorks grant, just talked to Wendy about that today, $2.5 million down, all the way down by the mall, and that includes sidewalks, sewer line that has to be extended through William Street, some sidewalks up by the state police barracks, and the water line for the state police. And you gonna ring the bell? What do you need? Did you want to ring the bell? A birth certificate. Yeah. See, people come here all day because they want to try to change their date of birth. You want to try to change your birth date, don't you? No. We're closed. City Hall's closed. Okay, I know, but since COVID, the only thing that we didn't do. But I tell you what, if you come here tomorrow at 8:30, can you come here tomorrow? Yeah. You can? Yeah. You can't change your birth date, though. No. Well, people do that all day. They offer us like, hey, listen, here's $50. I was born in 1927. Can you change my birth date to 1965? No. You sure?
He was born on the 31st, my son. So.
Your son was born on the 31st?
Yeah, March 31st.
This year?
Yeah.
You mean he's just a little guy?
Yeah, he's like this big.
Here, I got a present for him. Hang on. Here. His first $2 bill. Yes! I got a gift for him.
Okay.
Tell him don't spend that.
All right.
You see, I always say, it's hard to make $1 today. I upped it to 2. So I doubled the chances of success. What's his name?
Ari.
Spell it.
A-R-I.
Hey, Ari.
Yeah.
Hey, Ari's he's got money in the bank already, $2. I like it. Ari. All right, Ari, March 31st.
Yep.
I'll spoil him rotten. Every second. Come back and we'll give you a birth. Don't try to change your birth certificate. All day people come in and like, I'll make you food. Can you get my, that way they can show people, you know, dating sites and stuff. Are you rushing me now? FEMA grant for the connector, $648,000. Oh, everybody wants to know what they're doing in the landfill. You know, you saw pieces of equipment working there. And so what it is during one of those big storms we had a couple years ago, it literally, all the water just sort of came down and it couldn't handle it. The velocity, did you hear that word, Carl? Velocity? Thank you. I think that's the word. The velocity just cut out a huge section of that landfill down by Mechanic Street. And so they're fixing it. They're doing some underground drainage so it doesn't happen again. Route 13 is underway. They're doing a great job. Barletta Construction's down there. Oh, Amarillo is doing a wonderful job over there, keeping the road open, keeping traffic moving, and that's going well. Route 12 South, that's $14 million. That's down by El Camino. That is next year project, so we don't run it into Route 12 near the hospital. Remember, we're doing Route 13 and we're doing the bike path, so we didn't want them to conflict. So next year will be that project. That's $8 million. Safe routes to schools, $1 million down by Fiscal Ave, all new sidewalks. Woodblock, did you see him planting trees? We were there yesterday. It's coming along. There's going to be a little water amenity there. So you walk, Kyle, thinking you're walking the walk, and all of a sudden water starts coming out of the ground. So watch out. And yeah, so there we go. I don't know if there's anything else I can share with you today. Comcast, if you don't have internet and you're watching this tonight, but maybe you have cable basic, but you'd like to get internet and you don't have it, you probably qualify. 855, this is a secret number. Nobody's got it. Not even Gardner. 855-846-8376, and they'll give you 2 months for free, and then after that's $9.99, $9.95. What a deal. What a deal. Hi. They're all waiting over here. They think they can change their birth certificate. No, you can't. And we're in the middle of budget season, and so we'll be going on that, and lots going on. We'll report back to you. We have 2 minutes left here. You're watching Inside Leominster. My name is Dean Mazzarella. And you want to know about paving? Yes, we're going to do another paving project and maybe even another paving project for the fall. So tonight we're going to finish up road markings. As you saw coming off the, if you've been up Merriam Ave, it's all marked out. We're going to put bike lane markings, and then we're going to finish up tomorrow on Merritt, Monroe, View, Grandview, and Mount Pleasant Ave. Get all those things paved. Thank you. You've been watching Inside Leominster, Light the Town Purple, and we don't want you to forget. And if there's anything you can do to help out, either volunteering or maybe making a cash donations or a penny drive, whatever it might be, it all adds up. And they've been doing this for so many years. They know the power of $1 or just a few cents. It multiplies and makes a big difference. So thank you. I know we had a smaller crowd than usual because we really couldn't promote it, but I think we did a pretty good job, right? We did all right tonight. And tonight, if you come by, we're lit purple. We lit it purple, the dome. All right, we're out of time here inside Leominster. I want to thank the whole crew at LTV for putting this together. It's not easy doing these outside live remotes, I guess, but we did. Out of time here. Thank you. Good night. God bless you. Remember, the world is run by those who show up. Just don't show up to change your birth certificate. Good night.
Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company, Incorporated, and by Landmark Self-Storage in Leominster. www.landmarkselfstorage.com